Okay, today we're gonna go over the article, the ELA article that I posted today. That article is due today. Any questions about the direction so far? No? Okay. All right, so yes, Daniel, go ahead.
So to me, it seems like they live in. Is that what it is? Because the piano is like right beside her bedroom, and she said she's the next door neighbor. So are they in an apartment? Because I don't understand that.
Good question. I think they live in a townhouse. So it could be an apartment or it could be a townhouse. That looks like this. You see how the houses touch each other? There's only a wall separating the houses. Does that clear things out, Daniel?
Yeah. That's what I had imagined. Just like I'm like, but I don't understand it. Does she live with them? Okay,
Yeah,
that makes.
no.
I
Yeah, in
wish
some,
I bet the writer lives in one of those because that's what they're used to. But I wish they would like write.
yeah.
Wish they would write that because you don't know it.
Yeah, it's very, that's something called the context. It's very important to understand the
I wish you would.
context before, once you read it and you're like, wait a second, where are they? What kind of place is this if they said this and that? Um, it's also difficult, for example, for kids who live in cities and never have gone out to the country to understand articles about, let's say, being in a mountain. Or I know for me, when I was little, it was difficult to understand some math problems because they talk about acreage. Well, in the city, you don't really have acres. Your house, you have a backyard, but here you tend to count the acres that you have or part of the acre or part of an acre. Um, so that's something that you kind of have to figure out on your own. They haven't made a way to do that. Although in ELA tests, they have they sometimes have this little paragraph before the whole thing explaining the context. So maybe you'd be lucky enough to get that. All right, let's get started. I'm going to read the article as you should be reading it in your head when you take the test. So I'm going to read the article. We're going to go over some of the questions, if not all, and then we're going to go over some takeaways, some test prep or test taking takeaways. All right. Let me make myself. Okay. So this article is called Mr. No and Miss Rose, and it's written by Amy Gersten Coombs. Again, I'm going to read it just how you should. Oh, wait, you guys are not seeing my screen, are you?
We see the houses, but um,
Okay, let me change it back. Here, this is what I meant for you to see. So I'm going to read the article just how you should read it when you're taking the test in your head. Right. Bobby came to live with us the same week we moved. He was a boy of 5 who never laughed. When I talked to him, he'd stare at me with dark eyes, absorbing every word but saying nothing. He seemed to feel even sadder and more lost than I felt. At first, Bobby and I spent our time sitting on the gray front steps and feeding bread to pigeons. Eventually, though, I made new friends too. While we hopscotched and jumped rope on the sidewalk, Bobby watched from the stoop. In the house to our right lived an older woman. I was told to call Miss Rose. I waved to her every morning as she caught the bus to her job, yet she never invited me into her home, and I never saw anyone visit her on weekends. One morning, I was sitting outside with Bobby when the front door opened and a large black and white tomcat limped out. The cat managed to jump up on the porch railing. Bobby gave a small gasp of excitement. You want to pet the cat? I asked. He nodded his head yes. Go slowly so you don't scare him, I said. The cat sat there eyeing us as we approached, but as soon as Bobby lifted his hand, the animal leaped off the railing and scuttled behind a geranium pot. Just then the front door opened again and out came Miss Rose. That there's Mr. No, she said. Might take him a while to cotton you. Why do you call him Mr. No? I asked. Used to tell him, no, no, don't do them naughty things. But he just turned a deaf ear. Stubborn old mule, she laughed. How old is he? Bless me, how old? 13 come this July, I believe. Miss Rose laughed again, a loud, warm, ringing laugh like a song. Well, we're old, we too, but he keeps me good company. Mr. Knows like my own child. Yes, sirree, Mr. No thinks he's just like people. It's broiled fish or nothing for dinner every night. She clapped her hands together. Now how do you like to pet him? She scooped up Mr. No and held him out to Bobby and me. We were friends with Mr. No after that, and Miss Rose again began visiting Sunday afternoons. She seemed specially fond of Bobby, though she complained there was too much commotion in our house, with all the kids running wild. Also, she complained about Mama playing the piano every night while we sang along. I like music, Miss Rose would say, but your piano's smack dab up against the wall to my bedroom, and I have to get my rest. Pop figured Miss Rose was just used to quiet living and set in her ways, so he moved the heavy piano to another wall. One Sunday, during Miss Rose's usual visit, Mr. No came nosing around the back screen door. We called hello, and Bobby went outside to pet him. It was hot, and soon Bobby came in for some lemonade, leaving Mr. No meowing at the door. But meowing wasn't enough for Mr. No, rattling the screen. He jumped up and batted at the metal door handle with his paw. Mama laughed and said if Mr. No wanted to come in that badly, so be it. Bobby ran to open the screen door and Mr. No slunk in. He sniffed the chairs and rugs, then examined the corners. Bobby sat on the floor and solemnly observed the cat's progress. We turned our attention back to Miss Rose, who had been telling a story about her childhood in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Woo woo, Blue Ridge Mountains, right by us. Suddenly, I heard Bobby give one of his excited gasps. Mr. No had jumped onto Mama's piano. I looked at Mama quickly to see what she would do, but she sat there with an amused expression on her face. Mr. No took one step onto the D key, plink, then another A key, plink, then blink, blink, blink. He scattered across the keys. Mama and Miss Rose burst out laughing. He's playing the piano, Mama said. We all laughed, but one laugh rose above everyone else's. It was Bobby's, high-pitched and jagged, as though rusty from lack of use. He laughed and echoed Mama. Mr. No's playing the piano. Miss Rose and Mama looked at Bobby and then they looked at each other. I'll make you a deal, Mama said to Miss Rose. You let me move my piano back to its rightful spot and I let Mr. No come over and play the piano anytime he wants. Miss Rose's eyes narrowed. I need my peace and quiet, she said. But I suppose a little less quiet is worth it to hear Bobby laugh. Bobby ran over and kissed Miss Rose on the cheek. Okay. Did anybody notice anything different from when they read it at first, or that's what you read and you understood the same thing? Thumbs up and down.
So the cat playing on the piano was what made Bobby laugh.
Yeah. Okay, good.
So was he like an orphan that was adopted or something?
It doesn't really say, but it seems like he was, it could be that he was um, a foster child, or that he was adopted, or an orphan. I don't know. It doesn't say clearly, but it says he was sad, and he's not at home. That's what we can understand. Okay, so I want you to go to this part of classwork. And I have posted something that says Test Prep Targeted Assessment 11 materials. So I want you to not only just open the actual article that I just read, but I want you to click on here where it says Kahoot. And I want you to tell me what you see. Right, so go ahead and do that. And once you have that open, give me a thumbs up.
So I see the ELA targeted assessment thing, but I don't see the Kahoot thing.
I just posted it. It says Test Prep Targeted Assessment 11 materials.
I think I see the same thing you did.
Look there again.
Nothing's there, Sophia?
I see like the ELA practice test one that says something like that. Hold on. I'll look again. I see it now.
Okay, so go ahead and click on Kahoot and give me a thumbs up once you can open it and tell me what you see.
I see that screen.
What do you see?
I saw that screen that you just had up a minute ago.
Okay.
I think that's what it is. I'm not sure.
Can you share your screen, Daniel, so we can figure, I want to see what you're able to see to give you the correct direction.
Can you see my screen?
Yep. Okay, don't click on show answers.
You're tempting me.
Click on play as guest.
For all of us to click on play on guest?
Huh?
Do you mean everyone click on play as guest?
Yes, give me one moment. Let me just.
Should I click continue?
What's different, Amari? Okay, can you share what you see, Amari? So I want to use this today because this is a really cool website where we can play live. You can answer the questions live. Okay, so Amari sees a game pin.
I'm gonna continue.
Which is what I wanted you to see. Your game pin would be, okay, so I'm gonna put play.
So I say play as a guest, and I say continue as a guest, right?
Give me 1 second. Okay, so let me give you your game pin. Is it asking?
Yeah. It isn't asking for a game pin.
It's asking me, can you hear me?
Yes.
It's asking me for a login to save results. I didn't get a game pin.
Okay, so let me.
It's telling me I'm gonna continue as a guest. It says.
Just close that, Daniel, please.
Okay.
I'm gonna post another link.
Are you gonna post like another assignment for the link?
I'll post the link in the same assignment.
Oh, I just figured out how you do it.
Okay.
So when you're on that screen,
share your screen. Share your screen.
I think this is how you do it. So if you're on this screen, you'll see this thing at a public Kahoot. You click MLA miscellaneous 132. There's one, you can click that, but it keeps taking me back. But
Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I'm posting,
but it wants me to log in, so that's not gonna work.
I'm posting the link and I'm posting the game pin. So once you open that link, you can write down this 9785335. I'm gonna write it down in the assignment.
So you're posting another Kahoot link.
9785335.
Are you deleting the Kahoot link you already made and posting
Yes,
that?
I just reposted with the Kahoot link and the game pin.
Now it's asking me for the game pin.
Yeah, there you go. And you should hear a funny sound. All right, I see Sophia's
You
in.
hear me not because
This is the game pin. Kahoot it. Awesome. Isabella, your hair is long and it looks very pretty.
thank you.
All right, I see Sims, Juliana, and Sophia.
I don't see where you posted that.
Hold on.
Said it didn't recognize the pin.
Hold on a second. I can't hear you guys. There's some echo.
I also hear the echo.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah.
Okay, I turn the volume off. Doesn't say, it says doesn't recognize pin. Okay. Here's what I see, 9785335. And join at www.kahoot.it.
So is this gonna be based on like ELA or like what questions?
These are gonna be the questions on that article.
Oh,
But I'm only gonna go over the first three.
okay.
Those are the ones I was suggested to go over.
We were still supposed to do that though, right?
Yep, still do them on that document.
So do we bring up the passage then?
Yes.
Okay.
So once you are inside the Kahoot, open up the passage.
My computer is being stupid. It like literally it takes forever to load because I have a Chromebook, and then like right as it's loading, it switches me to all of Friday's work.
Okay.
Like
So
I don't think I can do it because it's taking forever for it to load.
okay, so what you can do, Daniel, is you can write your answer on the chat. Okay,
Actually, could you give me the link in the Zoom chat?
I did.
Oh, you did? It's not a link though.
Oh, I guess you have to
I'll
post like
copy.
the link.
Hello, sorry I'm late.
No, that's fine. If you can go to this link, please, and use the following game pin. Isabella, were you able to get in? Okay. Yeah, so don't hit the space.
And it didn't go in, but when I deleted the space, it went in.
Okay. This is the game pin, 9785335. If you have computer issues, you can just put the answer on the chat.
I've almost got it.
Okay. All right, so once you're in Kahoot, you can open up the article.
Okay, I've opened the article.
I don't see questions though.
Yeah, you shouldn't see them right now, the questions. You should only see a screen with people's names on it.
So we'll just switch back and forth between the passage and that.
Correct.
My screen only says my name.
Okay.
It has nobody else's name on it.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Your name? That's fine.
Miss Giannis.
Yes.
So we'll have to like, we'll just like look at the Zoom and the Kahoot thing, right?
So you're gonna go you're gonna listen to the Zoom. If you're having technical difficulties, you put it on the chat. You're gonna be between the Kahoot and the article. You're gonna have 2 minutes to answer each question to the best you can.
But the moment we have to like look at the Zoom too to see what like which question represents what.
The Kahoot has the question and the answers.
Yeah, but like, when you have the Kahoot thing, what it does is usually it has, for the person who's playing, it has like 4 things and they're like each different color, but they don't actually tell you what like the thing, what question that one is, what answer that one is.
Oh, okay, yeah, so we'll figure it out. If it doesn't say that, then I'll show you my screen.
Okay.
All right, so let's start playing. I'm gonna press start. 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna read the question, go back to the article, and answer to the best of your ability. You should be on the Kahoot screen right now. Sorry?
It's counting down for me now.
After her first conversation with Bobby and the narrator, what does Ms. Rose begin to do? Triangle, play the piano again. Diamond, let Mr. No eat broiled fish. Circle or yellow, visit their house on Sunday afternoons. Square, think about moving back to the Blue Ridge Mountains.
What did you say
Which
first?
one was visit their house on Sunday again?
Can you see it on your screen?
Yeah, no.
It's just shapes.
Oh my goodness, that's not good. Okay. Here, I wonder if I can reset it.
No, I think the person
It's
who's
supposed to
hosting
do that.
it's supposed to
We
share.
gotta look. We gotta look at what you're sharing, and we gotta.
Okay, you guys have to choose. Okay, sorry guys, this is the first.
Either that or you have to listen correctly to the teacher.
But this is better.
I hope I got the answer right because this is what I put on the actual test.
Okay, good. So if you remember, you don't have to go back and you can just click on it.
I forgot about.
24 seconds. If you haven't done it yet, just, from what I read, click on an answer. Okay, correct answer. Visit their house on Sunday afternoons. Now, I have a question for you guys. Who was this question about?
You mean like
Miss Rose.
It was about Ms. Rose. When I was reading this question, I thought that was a little confusing. So I want you guys, when you read the question, think about that. Who is this question about? After her first conversation with Bobby and the narrator, what does Ms. Rose begin to do? So at first I'm like, okay, who is the question about? And the other thing I asked myself, who was the narrator? Who was the narrator in this narration, in this narrative?
Bobby's like friend.
Yeah, Bobby's friend, or like a foster sibling, or the one he's sitting with on the stoop, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that's important to ask yourself, who is the narrator of this story? And who is this question about? Because it says, think about moving back to the Blue Ridge Mountains. Who is from the Blue Ridge Mountains?
Miss Rose.
Miss Rose.
Ms. Rose, not Bobby. So it could be, you can confuse yourself if you don't understand who the question's about. Ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Oh, we got points. Very cool. Why does Bobby probably not laugh at the beginning of the story? He wants to have a cat. The blue one is he's worried or unhappy. The circle or the yellow, he's afraid of pigeons. Or a green square, he misses the mountains. The correct answer is he is worried or unhappy. Can somebody find where they found the correct answer to this question? Which paragraph?
The first paragraph.
What did you say?
The first paragraph.
Yeah. In the first paragraph, it says, can you guys see my screen? I'm on the article.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. In the first paragraph, it says, Bobby came to live with us the same week we moved. He was a boy of 5 who never laughed. When I talked to him, he'd stare at me with dark eyes, absorbing every word but saying nothing. He seemed to feel even sadder and more lost than I felt. So what do we learn about the narrator? He is also sad, right? And Bobby is sad. But do we really know why?
Not really.
We really don't know why. Do we only know that he is sad? That's
You
the
can,
only information we are given.
yeah, you can kind of infer, but like you don't have enough information to do that.
Yeah, so we go with what is already there. So that's another strategy or something to take away from this. One, you have to go back and read. Because if you don't go back and read, you can choose any of these. So, because you have to be really certain, okay, what does the text say? The cat hasn't been introduced yet. He doesn't come from the mountains. At least we don't know that yet. It doesn't say he missed the mountains. And it says he's feeding pigeons, but it doesn't say he's afraid. So this would be the best answer. He's worried or unhappy. Ready for the next question?
Yes.
Okay. How does Ms. Rose feel about the piano in Bobby's house? Triangle red, she likes to hear the piano when she visits. Diamond blue, she likes when the kids sing along to the piano. Circle yellow, she complains that it keeps her from getting rest. Square green, she wants to make a deal with mama about the piano. Ooh, that was fast. Okay, I noticed there was somebody who said to go over this question. And the trick here is there are two possibly correct answers. The yellow one, she complains that it keeps from getting rest, is the best answer because the question is asking how Ms. Rose feels. Okay, yes?
Another thing was that I just realized now that it says that she wants to make a deal with Mama about the piano could possibly be one. But then I thought, and then I was like, oh wait, no, it couldn't, because she did not want to make the deal. Mama wanted to make the deal.
Good, Sophia, exactly. And the way we notice these things is to reread. And when I was looking at this question, I also had to reread to make sure that I was correct, that it wasn't, I didn't remember reading that she wanted to make the deal. So I had to go back and see who made the deal. And also the question is asking, how does Ms. Rose feel, right? And complaining is more related to feeling than wanting to make a deal. So this one would be the best answer. Okay. There are only 2 more questions left, so I'm going to keep going. Let's finish this one. Javen's on fire. In paragraph 18, it says, and I'm going to read you what the article says. In paragraph 18, it says, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Rattling the screen, he jumped up and batted at the metal door handle with his paw. What does the word batted mean in this sentence? Again, the sentence is, rattling the screen, he jumped up and batted at the metal door handle with his paw.
Can we see the questions again? The answers? The question answer?
Yes. So, red triangle swung, blue diamond looked, yellow circle laughed, and green square screamed. Swung. Wow, very, very good. What is the best, what does it say in here that helps us to, know the meaning of that word?
It in the paragraph, I don't know what, I forgot what paragraph, but it said that when I think it was Bobby who saw the cat that at the handle, and so when he went to his mom and he asked if he could let him in, and his mom said that if he's trying that hard to let him in, to let him in, and so you'd think, first of all, it can't be laughed and screamed because cats don't laugh or scream, and then so it's between swung and looked. And you wouldn't think it would be like, if he just looked at the handle, you wouldn't think it would be like, oh, he's trying so hard to get in. But swung at the handle, you would.
Yeah, good. Also, batting your eyes it's very different than what it's saying here because batted at the metal door handle with his paw. So if he's doing something with his paw, he's probably not doing anything else with his body other than using his paw. So you can imagine he's going like this. He's swinging at it. Very good. All right, it seems like you guys are ready. All right, let's continue for the last one. At the conclusion of the selection, what does Bobby's kiss on Miss Rose's cheek show? Triangle red, he is sorry about letting Mr. No play the piano. Diamond blue, he really loves hearing Miss Rose play the piano. Circle yellow, he enjoys Miss Rose's stories about the Blue Ridge Mountains. Square green, he appreciates Miss Rose's decision to allow Mr. No to visit his house. All of you are really fast. Yes, that is the correct answer. He appreciates Ms. Rose's decision to allow Mr. No to visit his house. He didn't get in trouble for letting Mr. No play the piano. In fact, he didn't let him, it just happened. Ms. Rose doesn't play the piano, and she wasn't telling stories about the Blue Ridge Mountains. So good job on this one, guys. Okay.
Will you click it again so we can see who got first, third, second, and third place?
Really? Let's see. Podium. Either way, I'm going to check your answers for that. So the person who is first means that they went on a streak, that they got a lot of questions correct, one behind the other. So that's how you win this thing. But what I care about is that you have the correct answer, which I will check, and that you ask me questions if you're confused about a question, and I can go over it with you. So it doesn't matter who wins. It's fun, but at the end, what matters is that you understand and can do this. Sophia.
Yeah, on one of the questions, when I clicked on it and then it like loaded, it says I got it wrong, but then it showed that I got it right, so I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah, like I clicked on the one, I think it was the one that, it was someone where it was like the blue one was like the right one, and so I clicked on it, and so then it said I got it wrong on my screen, but then on the screen it said the blue one was right, so.
Oh, that's funny.
I accidentally clicked on a different one, or?
Okay. Well, I'm going to check the document anyways, and that's where your answers matter. And please let me know if you need extra help. Now, there's one more question on that assignment, which is this one. It says to use race. I have posted, the question asks, what is one character trait that describes Bobby at the beginning of the story? Okay, so read the question carefully. Cite 2 details from the story to support your answer. And I have posted here, where did it go? I have posted here in the materials a character trait list to remind you of the different character traits that you can use to answer that question. Okay? All right, if you don't have any other questions, if you want me to go over something with you, please let me know and we'll schedule a Zoom call or stay right after this one. I do have a parent meeting right after this, so let me know if you would like to meet right after the parent meeting. I will meet with you, okay?
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Machanos.
Bye.
Bye.